Yeah, I'm back.
The palais is right up ahead. Come on.
One second.
Welcome to Palais Mermoni.
The scenery is wonderful. Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer.
I hope the weather's nice like this tomorrow as well.
Please state your business here. The Chief Justice is presently occupied with official matters.
Huh. This place does look pretty heavily guarded.
Hey, don't you recognize us?
Huh? Who are you? Just to be clear, I don't care who you are.
What's up, big dog?
Who you might be related to.
See? They've got great discipline, too.
Yep. Paimon can tell.
If you're here just to crack jokes,
Did you join?
I can point you towards the exit. Unlike some, we're...
No. What I meant...
Oh, yes.
We're here today to
Huh. Is that even...
Of course. Don't worry. We're here on official business.
Roscoe.
You can trust us.
All right, then. I'll let you through. The Chief Justice...
I can hear you
just
now. What was
outside.
wrong with your mic? That's so sad.
Thanks so much.
The battle pass. Alright. I'm on there. What am I specifically looking for? Click the what? Yeah, I seen all of that. Yeah. No, I wasn't going for that. I'm going for the one-handed sword and the staff. Okay. The whale's what? Let me see. Yeah, the whale sunfire. After a charge attack hits an opponent, the sunfire arrow will de- descend upon the opponent, hit dealing 50% attack damage and applying the heart effect to the opponent. For 10 seconds, opponents affected by heart takes 28 more charge attack. Okay, so yeah, yeah. Okay. But have you checked out what? I told you, man. I was gonna put it on my Zhongli. My yeah. Raiden Shogun with that weapon. So have you checked out the forgeable weapons? Oh no, no, no. I ain't get them either. That's what I've been fishing for to get those. But you check out the forgeable weapons. Check out the forgeable weapons. Those are beautiful, dude.
Please come in.
Really? I had a knock. And guess what? I found a fish area that wasn't even that I haven't got from somebody off their map. I found another fishing area.
Sorry to barge in, Monsieur Nervalet. We only like to get in because
I know I can only get
we
two of
didn't
them right
know
now.
any other way.
Yeah, I found some of those fruit in a tree
It's all right. Please
instead of
let
on
me.
the ground or something.
So
I
you're
need more
not
of those
mad
new
at us?
crystals. It's hard to find those.
We're looking for a man called
Ah, I see.
Yeah,
In
that's the
that case,
trip part.
please
I've been
wait here a
finding them
moment while I browse through
above
the
ground.
file.
Who knew that
Oh, and some
Nervalet would be
new
so
purple
easy to
flower.
talk?
I think that's the name of them.
Unfortunately,
Yeah, I need a few more of those. I need a few more of those myself.
I'm quite certain there are no records of him either.
Traveler?
I tried doing
So,
that
so.
thing when they show you the location, but that doesn't show up.
Miss Navia, I can understand how your father, Callus, was a
They
truly
showed they
exceptional
showed
man.
I don't
We
think the
deeply
girl that
regret
they
his
showing as
passing.
the Archon is the Archon.
And what are you trying to say, Monsieur Neuvillette?
Yeah, the one who always trying to fight somebody and judge them in court.
Are you trying to console me? Extend your sympathy? Or just no? You are not trying to
I
do any
think
of
he's
that.
the Archon,
I
but
can
he's
hear it in
using
your
her as a
voice.
diversion.
It's just like last time. After my father, you
Yeah,
even told me
I
then that you
100%
thought
think.
there was something fishy with the case.
Huh?
Yet you still allowed the duel to go ahead.
He's not the Archon. He. And what
In
is
your
he?
eyes, the value of a human life is nothing
No, not the,
compared
not
to
the,
those
not the.
cold
No,
laws
no,
you
no,
hold
no.
so dear.
You know who I'm talking about? No, I'm talking about the gray blue haired dude. Yeah, he the only one who got the hair like the other Archons that lights up at the end.
If you truly regret my father's death,
So
why
that
didn't
that
you
girl don't
give me
have
the
that.
power to stop him from
So he's
throwing his
definitely
life
using her
away?
as
Why did you just let him die?
a
Just
diversion.
everything was hanging on a thread at that moment.
Yeah,
Just that
he's
there are
definitely the
still so
Archon.
many things I never got to tell. If you really
And I don't know.
have no
I'm going
heart,
off of what I feel
then
about it.
just look me in the eyes. I, Navia, will show
And
you
if
the
anyone
true
watching the
meaning
stream, I'm not
of
going crazy. I
regret.
have my boy on voice chat. Because I haven't figured out how to do that yet. Let me hold on. Let me see if I can get it. Include your mic audio. Include party audio. Okay. Well, say something now. It didn't catch your voice. I'm listening to the stream. I know. I know it's not on there.
I'm sorry.
I told you
and
that.
Unlock
I tried
so
searching
much
for it like that
evil.
myself. It's not
My
showing up.
apologies for taking my emotions out on you, Monsieur Chief Justice.
But
Let's go, Traveler and
they do
Paimon.
give you more plants in your teapot, and that's one of them. Yeah, mine too. I think I should have like maybe 2 to 3 hours left. Yeah, mine too. But I wish they'd have some type of way that you could grow your flowers faster
Nadia,
or
are you
a
okay?
shortcut situation. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I'm fine.
You're right.
Oh, to
Wasn't it?
turn in your
Now that I
sigils,
think
go
of
to the
it,
fountain.
on the day...
What is it? Did you think of something?
Um,
Yeah, he was outside.
that island
It
where the
was
robot
uncovered and
at.
the rain could fall there. That thought has occurred to us before. We've even expanded the search area to try to
Yeah,
account for that.
that big fountain you
Didn't
gotta go
find anything of
past.
value. Oh,
Yeah, there's a little
wait.
plaque right there that you walk
So
up to
you're
and
saying...
drop them off.
Yeah.
I really think... All right.
Yeah, we're
Do you want to go with me now? Great. Let's...
Clear weather all around,
What the
right,
hell did I
Mustafa?
get right here?
Follow the wind.
I'm going down. I wasn't even planning on coming over here yet, but since I am here.
Whoa! What a huge ship!
I gotta figure out
How
how
would
to
a ship
stream
be
at a
anchored
better,
at a place like this?
like, high level.
There's no need to be so surprised. My father was the one who asked for it to be built like that. A gigantic and glamorous ship embodies discovery, opportunity, ambition, and conquest. It symbolizes Spina di Rosula's bright and limitless...
And Paimon thought you were bluffing when you... Paimon was confused, but now that Paimon has seen this ship for...
Well, Poisson is where...
What you selling, Granny? Trying to see this old lady selling something. Nothing but a conversation. Oh, I got a chest.
A fateful offering.
Oh, cool. Down we go. Yeah, Fontaine is. They already got a lot of people complaining about this area, but I like it. Thank you.
I got plenty to spare, more or less.
Oh, wrong button. I'll tell you one thing, this is definitely a stage for the Wanderer. This up and down and flight resource would be great. Get out of my destination.
Time to go.
I can't hear you. What you say? Yeah, I could agree with that.
Maloose, we're back.
Apologies for the wait, demoiselle, and our most important partners. You said before that you still had some business at the court. What brings you back to...
About that. It's because my partner here reminded me of something really important. You see, what if my father's case had something to do with water from the primordial... You still remember, right?
Yes, the case was quite similar to that of Mr. Linney's. Both were what you'd call...
Could you tell us a bit more about what happened before?
Yeah, of course. Many years at a glance.
Uh,
Yes, he
I'm
did.
just gonna
If you
skip through
drink
her
sins, and if you
storyline.
were to stop
I'm
drinking,
not
as
really
he
that
oversaw with...
interested.
Bosses
Just wanna play.
uncompromised. Not only that,
Yes, recognizing that. The man's name was that night, but then... Sounds just like Lenny. Looking back on it, though, precisely. But, considering it now, you're right.
Jacques was an empath. I think this... On that note, however... Our opponent, even though Spina, there is no need...
If that's indeed what he wished for, was I not the closest
Oh,
person
say,
to
son.
him? And yet,
I,
I was the one most kept.
what
And
happened?
what was the point of him dying without sharing any of the secrets he knew? Synth is still here. Callus the Unfaithful. Did he think I've never accepted that. I want to find out the real answer for
Say, son,
everyone's
I got
sake.
a fire
For the missing
anime
girls,
app you
for the
can watch. It
victims,
has commercials,
and
of
for
course,
myself.
but it plays the animes in English. I've been through like 4 series already.
This is indeed the best.
So you do know
Huh?
something else, Maloose.
I'm gonna text it to you later
Yes, I
tonight.
do. In fact, but what drove
What?
and the serial disappeared. 5 years was knowing all of this. But as long as if something were to happen,
Right. So
as we've seen, bosses,
No, I don't believe it. He never appeared to look sick to me.
no father wants their daughter to see them weak and haggard, especially someone as proud as boss. To him, dying in a duel and suffering lasting dishonor as
So he chose to die in silence, so that he could protect me.
I'm afraid you're not understanding this correctly, demoiselle. What boss wanted to hand to
I
you
thought it was always
was not a
pronounced
parasite,
Mademoiselle, but
but
he
a
said
soul.
Demoiselle. Instead of, you know how people say, how you doing, Mademoiselle? It's not Mademoiselle, it's Demoiselle. It sounds like Mademoiselle, but he's saying Demoiselle.
If boss's
That's how you
spirit could
pronounce it.
hear you, I'm sure he'd be extremely
I'm sorry,
proud.
Demoiselle.
That fool. No. Is that the amount of confidence he had in me? And what if I was never able to make it to where I am now? Yeah. I suppose that's... But thankfully, he rarely talked to me about complex matters, and thus understood little of me as a person. Huh. Maloose, what was the key evidence?
It's the location when he was threatening, but if you want to use it,
why? If we know where the
I'm
place
gonna have to
is,
delete
can't
a
we just
couple
go
video
storming in?
games. I'm gonna put back my what was that? Modern
you
Warfare back
mustn't
on there.
forget that we're fighting against. There's no telling what
I
might
don't
be
like the
lying
new
in
one.
wait
I'm
at
gonna
their
stick with my
headquarters. But
old.
the worst case,
Then, in that case,
well, you saw
And
one of
probably
the.
Uncharted. People still play
That's true.
Uncharted. It's still
But
fun.
things are...
you sound like you put a lot of thought.
I am the butler. I've always been willing to take on any kind of.
Thank you for all of that, Maloose.
Let me think.
Huh?
When I announced if the vendors did, after several rounds, the first.
Huh?
Yes, surprise. Thanks to his. There's someone else like him too. Marcel, the head of Confrérie of Cabriere.
Uncle Marcel.
Oh, you talking Noodle?
It's a guild in Poisson. In the beginning, they were.
So, they're like a...
Yes, you can... It's a bit...
The final suspect is Thierry, the man responsible for coordinating information. Although the guards mostly, since Thierry is always.
I see. To think that
I don't
the
know,
enemy
dude. For
we've
some
been
reason, I
fighting
just can't
against
get down
has
with
been
2D
right
games.
next to me all along.
If you want to invent.
Of course.
No, I'm talking about Pierre. I was
And
saying,
thank
like,
you, Maloose.
I want to get into
You provided
Diablo,
us
but
with
you
a
know
lot
how I
of
feel
great
about,
information.
like, the demonic demons type shit stuff.
You're too kind, my lady. And
Well,
before
top
I
down,
forget,
whatever.
proving
Still gonna be
boss's
2D.
innocence would. After that incident, if it might help.
A new case awaits, my
Well,
dear
top
partner.
down then. I don't like any top
I
down
hope we
game.
can work together to
I
uncover the
hate
truth and
Animal
end this
Crossing.
case.
I don't even
one...
know why people play Animal Crossing or what do you mean mixed feelings? Basically. Chill. Yeah.
One with nature. A fateful offering. The wind knows me.
Understood. Oh, you gonna have to show me where it's at.
It is settled then. Please excuse me and enjoy your conversation at your leisure.
You know what I do with the fishes now? I fish in the morning and then I change the time to night. You get both sets.
Thank you for arranging everything for us, Maloose.
Yeah. Yep. Now, see, I don't know if they got a midday time, but I'm pretty sure they got morning and night.
Excuse me, miss. Do you need anything from us?
Ah.
Hey, Navia's all quiet. This isn't like her at all.
I'm sorry that I only came to visit after all this time. After what happened, I didn't know how I was supposed to face the two of you.
Ah, if it's about that, there's no need to apologize. After my husband died, Spina di Rusula sent us a lot of mura and support. I understood your guilt and apology to be genuine.
But aren't all of those things nothing
Say it
compared
again.
to the loss of Jacques?
You don't understand at all.
So, are you gonna go for old boy? The 5 star.
I didn't know how to face. I know only the full truth.
I'm sorry.
So hold on. What you mean
On
you
the
trying?
matter
How many
regarding my
primos you got?
husband, my daughter and I have more or less found our answer already.
So what you mean you trying? Wish.
Would you
No, I thought you said
mind
600
sharing it
wishes.
with
You
me?
mean 600 primos.
I
Oh, that's
really
my fault.
can't believe that my father could ever bring himself to shoot Jacques.
Yeah, you're right. actually, 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 all I have is 50 wishes. I should be at like 70, 80, but I was using those single wishes on a standard banner because you know I want some characters off of there.
I always knew that my husband's money was earned through others' suffering. He told me countless times he had
Because with
many
the little
regrets, and felt that he took the
the
idea
rise
of
of
providing.
primos we
So when
got, it,
Mr.
it would have
Callis
sent me
came to
to
him
80
with the
wishes
proposal,
immediately.
he accepted it almost immediately. He tried to be...
They found out.
Papa didn't say that exactly, but Papa did tell me that I should never be ungrateful.
Before he left that day, he told me that he had no choice. It was only later that I realized it was his final farewell to the two of us. I don't know that for sure, but you could say that's the conclusion I eventually came to.
Hold on, let me turn your mic up because I don't know what's going on. Hold on, everyone. Could it be your mic or my mic? It must be your mic. Your last 5 star was who? No, that's. Let me see my phone level on my controller. Microphone level on microphone controller. Oh, that's too loud. Microphone level on microphone controller. That's good. Okay, here we go. My bad, son. I'm trying to find the adjustment to you. Volume, headset, controller, headphones, output, sound. Looks like I'm doing that. Did I beat all of them yet? No, no, I have not beaten them yet. I think I like 2 or 3 left.
Which is why I'm
I
the
can't
one
wait
who
to
should
see what
feel guilty.
the next boss is gonna be.
Even if he
But Mama, why is Papa always want?
Well,
So I wonder if they're gonna
things aren't
is
always as they
Fontaine
seem.
separated
I
like they
still
did
feel like your
Sumeru
papa
in
was
2
a good
parts.
man.
Yeah, Papa was a really good man. The best.
Then you should
Yeah,
hold
but
on
they,
to that.
about them adding the
If a
water
good man
exploration.
had to do a bad thing,
But they did the same thing in
then he
Sumeru
must have had
also,
his
so
reasons.
it couldn't be pushed
Regardless of
aside.
whether he left you a parasol,
Oh,
thank you
But like I
for
said,
everything you've told me.
I dig how all the
I
characters look. I'm
We'll
really
definitely
feeling it.
find the truth.
But personally,
The
I'm
current
so
state of
mad that
things
they ain't
is
got
not
they
something
didn't
I'm
let
willing to
out
just
any
sit back
water
and
character
accept.
yet. Like new 5-star, nothing.
Thank you. I'm very grateful to hear this from you. Even though your
Wait till Cryo
personality is
come out. They
quite
might have
different
something
from
for
your
you.
father's, your determination when you speak is...
You really think that's the first?
Wind strike.
Okay, let me see. What was I doing? I was checking something. I can't tell.
Are you okay, Navia?
I'm fine. Don't worry. Let's investigate the 3 suspects next. Laurent should be nearby, and we should be able to find Thierry and Uncle Marcel in the city.
I was about to do something and
I'll
totally
get
forgot
myself
just that
together
quick.
on the way. So please don't worry.
What was it? I only have 3. I count 3. I don't know where this third one come from. But there's only 3 more viewpoints I need. 4 more viewpoints I need. Can't believe I ain't get that one yet. Yeah, after that I'll be. Well, when you go certain levels, they let you go up and down. But see, there's a trail somewhere that I forgot, and I cannot find that teleport. I've been to all 3 levels and can't find that teleport. But I did find the one in the court of Fontaine. That's you gotta follow the story to get to that.
Wherever in this world I roam.
Greetings, boss. How may I be of assistance today?
I'm sure you've heard of me.
You're definitely damn detective.
What happened at the op?
You're
Yeah, I've
definitely
heard.
detective
It
traveler in
also
this game.
reminded
I
me,
can tell you that.
on the day that the incident... After my partner here, can you do me a favor?
After that, he told us that he wanted to go get some fresh air. So we let him go without thinking much of it. Who knew that we would hear 2 gunshots ring out right after?
2 gunshots.
My first reaction
There's
was that
only one
Mr.
person I
Callus's
seen with a
life was
gun
in
in this whole
danger.
game.
So I grabbed my holster and made a mad dash toward the scene. But when I got there, it was already too late.
So you also remember 2 gunshots then?
Indeed. The guard said that the first shot didn't hit anyone,
Say it again.
while the second killed Jacques. But I've never
Oh,
really bought
well,
that
you don't want no
explanation.
spoilers. Do you want me to tell you? Okay.
Reason being, Mr. Callus had left his gun on the... But according to about the clothes left at the
I don't
scene
know
that
if
you
you're going to
mentioned.
see it. Well, you are
Do you
going to see
think there
one,
was
but
a third...
At least from our
this is a
perspective,
story
my
about one
father
of
had
them.
no reason to kill. so he would also have the gun he was holding.
So when you
Probably
hear, you
belonged.
gonna see what
Yeah,
I mean
that
when I
makes a lot
say
of sense.
about the gun.
So you're... But hold on. If that's what had happened, then why didn't he share the truth with any of us? He didn't even want to face the Oratrice machine, and chose instead to prove his honor in a duel. Did he lose all faith in the courts after seeing someone dissolve right in front of his eyes?
About that, Malus told me a thing or two.
What?
So, I think I can understand why he committed to the duel.
What do you mean? You gotta explain. Hold on, I gotta find a way to
I
turn your mic
understand.
up. Hold up.
And if
Let
I
me get
may
through this
just, many
storyline. Gotta
people
turn
have
your mic
laughed at, but it was Mr. Cat. No matter what other...
Don't worry. You and
up.
all are up.
No. I'm about to check my Give me a second. That's what I was doing. I forgot I was doing it. Hello? What the hell was that? Yeah, I could. Let me see if. Audio level, music volume. Say something now. Yeah, I don't know.
There are
Maybe it's my
leaves
controller. I
around,
don't really care anymore.
and I know just the tune to accompany them, if you wish to hear it.
All right. Back to the fountain I go. Oh, hello, officer.
Hey, Thierry, it's me.
Oh, now, what brings you here, Miss Navia? I've heard that you made quite the name for yourself at the Opera House.
Oh, so you've got news of that already.
Oh, okay. Hey, I'm also a member of the Guards, you know. The way you make it sound, people would think I was sent off to Poisson because I had done something wrong.
Are you sure there isn't a little bit of truth in that? Under normal circumstances, shouldn't you have been called back to the city already?
I mean, where I work is really up to me. Let's just say I enjoy the ambiance of Poisson. Callis did a fantastic job running the town, building Spina di Rosula from the ground up, and it would be next to impossible for me to find a similarly easy
Okay,
but
this is my
high
last
pay.
person to
Anyway.
speak to.
Ah, yes. What happened at the Opera House?
Ah, I get it. If you want to go through the original files from your father's case...
That'd be much appreciated. Thank you. Actually, I have another question. Do you have the authority to dispatch Gardamex?
Of course. Without them, I couldn't possibly handle Poisson on my own. Why do you ask? We definitely can't use them to forcefully get more evidence for your father's case.
Well, you see, just recently. So, if you...
Then you think too highly of my abilities. Dispatching mecha is very different from controlling them. If I had to make an analogy, when you order a dish, the chef will make it. If you try to make removing a cereal, so I can promise you, they're certainly not cheap. So, whoever their owner is must be...
Oh, then you're
So what game y'all
officially
gonna
in
run
the clear,
tonight, bro?
Thierry.
Some who? Hellcard. Never heard of that.
Oh, well, thank you for the vote of confidence, Navia. Jokes aside,
Cool.
I'll be staying in the city for a little while, so...
Cool. That's why I like to play multiplayer. I like being on a team-based situation. That's why I'm gonna put Uncharted back on here and What's the other one I said? What did I say? I'm trying to. Oh, in Modern Warfare. I'll tell you one thing. I haven't seen many chests in the city. I think I check everywhere. I do the
Hello.
I do
How may I help
the
you?
the site
I'm here
so
to
it
see
can light up.
Marcel. Could you please let him know? You can just say Navia's looking for him. Sure. I will let him know right away.
Ooh, it's gonna be serious.
Navia, hello. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm not as young.
Oh, it's all right, Uncle Marcel. There's no need to stress. I just wanted to talk to you briefly about what happened.
Yes, I've never seen anything so strange.
Oh, you were at the Opera House too?
That's right. I went there with Navia to see the magic show. Who knew it would turn into a whole murder mystery? I also witnessed your marvelous sleuthing work. Quite impressive. To beat the Hydro Archon at her own game on her own turf, I can already imagine everyone in Fontaine discussing your exploits over a few glasses of wine.
I still don't think she's the Hydro Archon. I'm just not feeling it.
Paimon doesn't want to become...
Apologies. It's just how Fontaine is as a nation.
Uncle Marcel, you've also noticed that other thing, right?
Yes, I was...
Exactly.
Oh, and...
We were attacked on Araneus by some unnumbered Gardamex. And there was also an attempt to get me to drink water from the primordial sea. If not for the vigilance of my partner, I probably wouldn't even be here talking to you right now.
Oh, you're giving us too much credit. Wasn't it you who protected us?
Ugh. They have so much clues I have to do again.
Alas. But rest assured now, if anyone dare...
Thank you, Uncle Mark. Do you have any new thoughts?
About the confrérie was... Then I heard the sound of...
Oh, it's okay.
I'll tell you one thing.
No need to push yourself.
Fontaine got a lot
We'll
of
around some more.
murder
See if there are any
mystery
valuable
clue type of thing going on. I wonder how the fire land is gonna be. What makes you happy? Oh.
Sounds good. All my wealth comes from...
Believe it or not, I'm still trying to find that dang on triangle to see if I can get my wings. But it's not coming up.
This can work. Just treat them as new samples.
One with nature.
I've done a few of those already.
We've talked to all three suspects, purely based on their conversations with me.
Oh, that's when it opens up?
None of them
Hey, you
sounded
remember you've been playing it for 3 years.
I suppose that's to be expected, though. If a single conversation's all that's needed to find them out,
that should come back. You've been
have
playing it
needed
too
to
long.
investigate the case anyway. Even
But where should we start? Ah, you're right.
according to Jacques' family.
So Jacques fired the first shot?
Shield crap.
Oh? And why is that?
Oh, I like the what is that called? The not swordfish. What is that called?
Ooh, that's a good point. Jacques probably
The
already knew
the
that he
manaphy,
was
the
just
man.
being
Yeah.
used as a tool for murder. And once he had completed his mission, he'd be of no more use to his boss.
What's Nah, man. In the manaphy, you get that quick double hit. The manaphy take the other thing. Take the shieldfish. Take too long to build up.
What would make more sense from his perspective would be to turn his back
Oh
on the
yeah,
order
it does do
and
that
seek
when you
protection
do
from my father.
a quick hit.
Makes sense. But besides Jacques,
I
the
forgot
attack,
about that.
it's obvious that our enemy has become more antsy after the
Do you think he knew, even then, that we'd follow this lead?
Given everything that's happened since, but who among the 3 suspects would have the ability to control privately owned
I still
garden
haven't took my time to see if swimming everywhere else will work too instead of just Fontaine. What was that doggone security guard name? I'm gonna go to second person now.
Uncle Marcel? And with funds
No.
from the still really hard. Also, wouldn't this mean he has been Thierry, you say? Huh. It is possible that he's figured out a way to convert the Gardamex for personal use.
Okay. I'll talk to you later, so go do your thing. Alright.
But I didn't feel like he was lying when he was talking to us about the mecha.
Yeah. If the mecha were taken from the guards, it should be pretty easy to find out when and how that happened.
Florent? But...
So you're saying he's...
Exactly. He can't... Who could it be? You know, if you think everything through, Uncle Marcel is indeed the most suspicious of them all.
Oh, that's not good news.
Could we be missing other suspects? Malus didn't know about the people turning into water thing when he narrowed it down to these 3, did he?
Malus has always been very reliable, and his judgment of others' trustworthiness has been fair and well considered. When he laid out his case for the 3, the rationale he gave me made a lot of sense as well. The suspect is knowledgeable about the Spina's internal affairs, has the means to dispatch Mecha to assassinate us, and possesses significant intellect and foresight. Even if I don't want to believe it, I'm starting to see how things could all tie back to Uncle Marcel.
Well, we still have another trump card on top of all the theorizing and speculating.
Yes, Malus did say that charging straight in there would be extremely risky. But we don't have any other options right now. We need far more solid proof before we can hope to go charging in on our enemy.
Navia, here you are. Oh, I've been looking for you.
Huh? Aren't you the guy from the guards? Did something happen?
Yeah. News came from Irenaeus just after you left. We've got another trial on our hands.
Wasn't that place built specifically for holding trials? What's so newsworthy about this one?
I know. But they said the person they're putting on trial is a Fatui harbinger called Tartaglia.
Really?
What? Is that someone you know?
Yeah, we know him. Maybe even a little too well.
Well, he's been accused of being the true culprit behind the serial disappearances case. It's absurd, don't you think?
Wait, how? None of our investigations have had anything to do with him.
That's what I thought was strange about it, so I came to tell you the news right away. If the charge against him stands, then it'll be next to impossible to get the guards to support any of our planned investigations.
Right, because they'll think they've already found the culprit.
Yeah, and it'll be a lot harder then to clear Mr. Callus's name.
Interesting.
I understand.
Very interesting.
Well, partner, what do you think we should do? We still haven't found any conclusive evidence. Huh? Split up? What do you mean? Just as expected of my partner. Since this is a trial about the serial disappearances case, the culprit's attention will be focused on Irenaeus, leaving his home base wide open. You're right. This is our best opportunity. All right then.
But the crazy
let's
part
do
about
this.
the situation
I'll
is
install them at the Opera House
all
and charge
Child has to
Marcel
do
as
is
the true culprit.
transform and just leave.
I won't have any chance of
there's
making
no one
that
that can
charge
really
stick,
hold
though,
him.
unless we find more evidence. It'll be up to you to make it back in time and hand the decisive evidence to me.
We'll help you, just like you helped us in Lenny's trial.
Demoiselle, please allow us to accompany you.
I'm ready.
Ah, Malou, Silver. When did you two get here?
We heard that you'll be leaving Poisson and figured that you might require. It's our hope that your confidence will be bolstered with the two of us by your side.
Thank you.
See you then.
Okay. I was at the end of the picture. She could actually trust those two.
Now that Navia has set out for Irenaeus, we should also get going.
Yeah, I need to go find a purple flower bomb over here. That seemed to be such a difficult task.
Into the wind.
Gotcha.
Time to go. The wind knows me. Into the wind.
Got it. Let me go see something before I go over there. Still there.
Huh. According to Malou's info, the synth production base is underwater. Let's go and try to find the entrance. Finally found it! Huh. So this is the entrance that leads to the synth production base. It sure doesn't seem out of the ordinary at all. Ah, you're right. An important place like this is bound to have a ton of protective measures and mechanisms. Navia's probably arguing...
Yeah, we know. Let's move on.
It would appear that I must repeat my question again, Mr. Tartaglia. Do you accept the charge?
Give me a second, Archon.
That you are the true culprit behind the serial disappearances case?
To be perfectly honest, I don't understand your country's complicated court system, or the reason why I'm being charged with something I've never even heard of. However, I did hear that people who have been charged can choose to participate in a duel to clear their name. Is that right? In which case, as long as I accept the charge, I can have an all-out fight with that champion duelist Clorend, right? I've got to admit, that's one of the most enticing offers I've ever received. When I privately sparred with her last time, she was obviously holding back. Real disappointing.
Hey! Don't you understand? You're currently the prime suspect for a major case. This isn't the place for you to be looking for fights.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
She don't have
sounds like the
Archon
Hydro
hair.
Archon wants to lecture me
Nothing,
on the ways
nothing
of
to
the
tip
Opera
off or
House.
brighten up on her like,
Then why
oh
don't
boy.
you duel me too? I'm
So
the kind of
she's
student
not the
that
real
learns best
Archon.
in the heat
Yes,
of battle.
spoilers. So what? Guess what? Who cares?
That's not what I meant.
Alas, it would appear that communication
That's
with
the
the
real
defendant is
Archon.
going
Gotta be.
poorly. In that case, let me explain everything from the very beginning again.
No,
That case
please
had
don't.
nothing to do with him. You've got the wrong man. Huh? What's going on?
Why is she interjecting again?
I told you it couldn't be one of the Fatui Harbingers.
Miss Navia, this is the second time you've interrupted the court proceedings. I only tolerated your behavior last time because you were able to provide the court with a key eyewitness. But that was an exception rather than standard court protocol. I can very well charge you with contempt of court for your interjections.
Oh, please. Did you ever think I had any respect for this place's pointless theatrics? We can put the discussion aside for now. I'm not here to argue with you. I'm here to charge the true culprit behind the serial disappearances case. And if my charges prove true, then Tartaglia here will be proven innocent by default, correct?
Oh, a young lady has charged in and offered to clear my name. How fascinating. Well, I'd gotten half bored to death by all these rules and procedures anyway, so I'll take you up on that offer. So, Your Honor, is there nothing else for me to do now?
You may take a seat for now in the audience, but that doesn't mean the suspicions against you have been lifted. Now then, Miss Navia, who is the person you would like to charge instead?
That person is...
I forgot her freaking uncle name already. Ugh. I'm gonna go over. There you go.
Marcel, the head of Confrérie of Cavrière.
Huh? What confrérie? Never heard of them in my life.
I've heard of them, but weren't they Spina di Rosula's sister organization?
Oh, is this going to be a friends to enemies type situation?
Please let me remind you, Miss Navia, that charging someone is an incredibly serious matter. Committing to the charge also means taking on the legal responsibilities associated with it. And if the charge fails, depending on the circumstances, you may also be charged with the crime of making a false accusation. Knowing this, do you still wish to charge this man?
Yes, I do.
In that case, I declare the charge to be valid. Miss Navia and attorneys, please take your places on the court. Members of the guards, please contact Mr. Marcel right away so that he may stand trial.
Wow, it's that easy. She stole my grits from out the pot.
Mr. Marcel,
we're going
you
to
will
trial.
not require an attorney. Is that correct?
Apologies. It all just happened so quickly. I still haven't figured out what's going on. I think an attorney won't be necessary. This is probably just a misunderstanding between me and Navia.
Very well. In that case, since both sides have now arrived, Miss Navia, please present your charges.
I would like to take everyone back to 3 years ago, to the case of Callus the Unfaithful. Only through elucidating what really happened in that case can we connect all the dots for the serial disappearances case.
Navia, do you really think that I was the one who killed your father? Come on, why would I do that? Callus was my benefactor, and remember both you and I only ran to the scene when we heard the sound of a gun. If that's enough to make me a suspect, wouldn't that make everyone at that banquet a suspect as well?
I think there's no point in getting into the specifics right now. The audience doesn't even have the big picture yet. Even I'm struggling to remember some details of that case.
Exactly correct,
Nobody
Your Honor.
cares.
I must refresh everyone's memory about that case before I can explain my charge and reasoning.
I see. In which case, I will recount the findings about that case as originally recorded by Maison Gardiennage. On the day of the murder, Spina di Rosula hosted a large banquet in a countryside estate owned by the Confrérie of Cabrières. During the banquet, all attending guests heard 2 gunshots from the courtyard. When the guests arrived at the scene, they found the primary suspect, Callus, holding a gun, while his acquaintance Jacques lay dead from a gunshot wound. The guards' investigation did not recover any other firearms from the scene. As a result, they concluded that the suspect's first shot must have missed, while the second must have taken Jacques' life. The suspect did not dispute this conclusion, and also declined to defend himself in court. Instead, he chose to prove his innocence through a duel. Callus was defeated by champion duelist Clarande in the ensuing duel, and soon succumbed to the injuries. These are the known facts about the case.
Wow, nice breakdown.
One with the motive to kill was Jacques, not my father. And even so, Jacques still had no reason to pull the trigger.
The one with motives to kill was Jacques.
In truth, the third person shot Jacques first, and was shot in turn by my father when my father seized the gun from him. After that, the true culprit turned the third person into water, erasing all traces of him from the scene. Thank you for the summary, Your Honor. Of course, the guard's conclusion appeared quite sensible to us at the time. However, we should revisit the case now that we've gained new information about the abilities of water from the primordial sea.
Oh, nice comeback.
Something's not right. Something's not... The testimony of the victim's family confirms that Jacques had thoughts of assassinating Callus when he set out for the banquet. However, in the end, he reconsidered, and instead shared everything with Callus, hoping to seek the latter's protection. Unfortunately for Jacques, the true culprit had already considered this possibility, and had sent out another assassin.
It got real.
This assassin first shot Jacques, then turned to shoot Callus, only for Callus to wrestle the gun from him and kill him instead. A pile of clothing was found at the scene. The guards once believed they were used by Jacques as a costume to disguise himself. But now, it is clear that the clothes were proof that there was a third person at the scene, and that they were turned into water after committing the murder. Since it was raining that day, the culprit was confident that they could use the rain to wash away all traces of their dissolved accomplice. Realizing this, the true culprit caused the hired assassin to dissolve into water, leading everyone to believe Callus was responsible for Jacques' murder. This is the true version of events.
Nice.
That's what happened. Wait, you're telling me something as dangerous as water from the primordial sea has been used for all these years?
What a great theory. It also explains Callus's and Jacques' respective motives. I guess they didn't shoot each other after all.
Mr. Marcel, you are the one being charged with the crime. You should provide a rebuttal if you wish to prove your innocence.
Ah, but I think I agree with everything Navia just said. In fact, there was nothing in her speech that directly implicated me.
Then, may I ask some questions? In my opinion, we primarily need to determine two things. One, do you have the evidence to back up your claims?
I'm afraid not. At least not at this very moment.
Boo! If you don't have any evidence, you should just go home.
I may not have the evidence with me, but I know where I could go to collect it. If we look up the deserted clothes against a record of people who went missing around the same time, we should be able to find a match.
Smart
Considering
move.
the serial disappearances case, the guards probably kept careful records of all missing persons from around that time, regardless of age or gender.
That makes sense to me. Monsieur Neuvillette, I would consider this to be a reasonable investigative direction.
Why do I feel like Farina's acting a little differently today?
Maybe she's scared of embarrassing herself again?
Alternatively, she's become more diligent after charging an innocent citizen in the last trial.
My second question has to do with the ensuing duel. If the truth is indeed as you described, then why didn't Mr. Callis explain himself in court? If he had testified that a person had been dissolved, he could have at least mounted a defense.
I've thought about this too, and the answer is actually pretty simple. He felt there were things that were more important to him. The dissolving power of water from the primordial sea is an important secret for the true culprit of the serial disappearances case. My father could have exposed it for all to see, but he chose to take it to the grave. At that time, Spina di Rosula was in dire straits, and his reputation had already been shattered. He had no guarantee that going forward with the truth would allow the culprit to be brought to justice. What was certain, however, was that it would paint a gigantic target on my back.
Boss once told me that Demoiselle had already been selected as the next target of the serial disappearances case.
What?
If the secret had gotten out, the culprit would have fought an all-out war with Espina right there and then. I wouldn't have been the only one in danger. All of us would have stood to lose our lives. Of course, the guards might eventually figure out the truth of the matter and determine that we were in the right, but what good would that do? How can a hollow verdict protect anyone? Had this opera house ever given my father any kind of confidence in its brand of justice, Spina di Rosula would have had no reason to exist. But by staying silent, we retain the ability to deter our opponents and continue the stalemate. I was able to become Spina di Rosula's president, which made me harder to target, as well as giving me more time to grow and learn. And once
Wow, her daddy was ahead of his game. Man knew what he was doing. I'll tell you that.
So, you mean to say, your father intended to die in the duelist's ring?
That's right.
Do you have any proof?
Of course. All you need is to ask his opponent, Clarand. I don't need your apology, your guilt, or your support from the shadows. You don't have to do anything for my sake. But since he entrusted his will to you, Clarand, you should tell us the truth about his sacrifice.
So, during the duel, did you believe that Callis was intending to die?
Yes, I did. As a champion duelist, I've fought many battles and taken a countless number of dishonored lives. In my line of work, I've seen all kinds of people give their all for the faintest hope to continue living. Some were determined, others passionate, and some even manic and twisted. Just one look and I can tell if a duelist is hoping to live or if they're looking to die. I hereby swear on my name and honor as a champion duelist that Mr. Callis never intended to leave the ring alive.
Since that's your testimony, I have no more questions. It appears there really are good grounds to reopen this case.
I concur. However, Miss Navia, you still have not explained the link between your father's case and the serial disappearances case.
Right? What she said was fascinating, but kind of beside the point.
Wait, weren't they just talking about the serial disappearances case?
Of course, Your Honor. The two cases are connected via a matter of timing. In my father's case, the culprit intended to kill both Jacques and Callus. As a result, they planned to act after hearing 2 gunshots. And, at the end of Lenny's trial, the culprit also only dissolved the victim in front of everyone because they realized they were at risk of being identified. The culprit could only time their actions so precisely if they were already at the scene. Coincidentally,
Her uncle was
Marcel
at the
attended
scene.
both the banquet and the trial.
So that's why you suspected me. Even after hearing your reasoning, I still can't help but find it a little preposterous. I'm used to it, though. You've always been an impulsive and sentimental child, Navia. It's one of your most endearing traits.
No need to appeal to pathos.
I won't try to refute your points one by one, but even if everything you just said was true, can you prove that I was the only person present at both events? On top of that, does a person have to be physically present to control the timing? Can't someone remotely monitor the place?
Not much you can say to that.
I know that even with that, you might still think you can reduce the list of suspects with some further investigations until I'm the only one left on the list. Alas, who won't feel at least a little hurt by an accusation of murder from a girl you see as your own daughter? But if I were to dismiss this completely, you'd also think I'm not being considerate of your feelings. Ah well, let Uncle Marcel teach you another lesson. Do you know what the biggest flaw in your reasoning is?
I suppose you're gonna tell me anyways.
It's timing again. I'm a businessman by trade. From that standpoint, there's no reason for me to kidnap young women. It's a high-risk action with nothing to gain. In addition, I left my home in Snezhnaya when I was young to come to Poisson and work in some trade. My business only thrived when I received Callus's patronage. But the disappearances began before I ever stepped foot in Fontaine.
I do apologize, Demoiselle. This was my mistake.
No, it's not your fault. I'm sure he had come prepared.
Is there anything else you'd like to say? Would you like to check the date of my first business license against the first known case of the serial disappearances? You can also take a look at my border entry records, or ask my friends and family when I left Snezhnaya for the first time. Could those records and testimonies do something to appease the unspeakable anguish in your heart?
Seems like she got the wrong guy. At this rate, Navia will be convicted for falsely accusing him.
I think you've done a superb job of dissecting your father's feelings as he neared the end of his life. But aren't you going against all of his wishes and expectations right now? He wished for you to become more rational, collected, and conscientious, instead of dwelling only on your own feelings.
At breaking people down.
Once you've learned to be more considerate of others' feelings, and to stop rushing headlong into things, you'd have met most of his expectations.
This isn't just about me, and it never has been. The biggest difference between me and the rest of the victims is that I still have the ability to search for the truth. While that same agency has long been taken from them, the people whose families were destroyed by synth abuse, the people who lost their loved ones to the serial disappearances, and the people who suffered tragic ends due to their sense of justice. Many people's images are flashing before my eyes.
You tell them, girl.
I'm sure some are coming to those of you in the audience as well. And whose image do you see, Marcel? Is it a man named Vacher?
Huh.
Oh, so you do know that name.
I'm merely surprised you'd suddenly say the name of someone I've never even heard of.
I was waiting for you to say that.
Oh, now y'all let me something. Wrong button. That's sight, big.
One with nature. Fallen leaves, adorn my night into the wind.
Access denied.
Gather.
Whoa! The floor is going up! Is it because of this mechanism in the middle? That guy really prepared a lot of stuff for this place.
Interesting. Oh. Yeah.
Paimon thinks we need to go up, but Paimon doesn't see a way. Let's take a look around. Maybe we'll find a hidden mechanism that'll show us the way up.
Slow down for a second. I kind of like this. Oh, that's really cool.
The water level is rising. Now we can swim to the top. But this is still a ways away from where we need to go.
Solidify!
One with nature.
Born of ice and frost.
As one with wind and cloud. Into the wind.
Stabilize! This is order.
The wind knows me.
actually a fun stage. Nice.
Now the path is clear. Let's go.
A lot of hidden stuff underwater. If y'all want to do this, let's do it.
Solidify!
One with nature.
This is long overdue. No touching.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night. The wind knows it.
Gather!
One with nature.
Born of ice and frost.
Surrender!
Nowhere to run!
It's a bit of fun.
After all that, we finally made it to the innermost sanctum. Though, as expected, the mastermind isn't here. That's right. Then let's hurry up and find... What's all this? Pink accessories, a hair tie, a necklace, even a makeup box. Oh, Paimon sees it too, but why are all these cute things labeled with different girls' names? Huh? You mean the girls from the serial disappearances? They were right, and then they were turned into water. And all the boxes of things, these names, that means... Whoa! There's so much synth here! And so many bottles of ingredients that probably just contain the water. Mixing in progress. Whoa! There's even fruit-flavored synth? Yep, it's...
Oh, they going ham.
What's this over here? Looks like some kind of place for research. Experiment number 16 aims to verify Jacob Ingold's research conclusions on the primordial sea and use his theory as a foundation to achieve a breakthrough. The experiment was a failure. No individual managed to resurface from the water from the primordial sea. Female specimens 22, 23, and 24 were dissolved. Sorry, traveler. Paimon will try her best. It's just, how can someone write something that terrible and let you read the rest? Paimon's too scared to keep going. So that's why he did all of these experiments. Wait, did he really think he'd be able to find a way just by dissolving people over and over? That's just insane! Huh? Isn't that the name you heard by the fountain? Paimon thought he was an eyewitness in the serial disappearances case. You mean Vache is the one who did all of these... experiments? So that's it! Vache was no victim, but personally took his lover and... No, that's not it either! If that's the case, why would he want people to resurface in any case? Oh, look! There's an important-looking basin over here, and it's full of water! That means this is where they make all the synth! And that's special. If you dilute it with normal water, you'll get synth! Paimon will take notes on this incriminating evidence. Let's see what's written here. Nothing! Callus. Navia's father. Oh, this seems to be an investigation report on him. Yep, it's about finding someone to assassinate Jacques and Callus because of a lack of confidence that Jacques himself would go through with it. This should prove the existence of the third person, right? We still have not determined the exact content of the key information Callus has passed on to certain members of his organization. The old dog's a real menace to deal with. Even if he abides by the promise he's made to us, he will still have the upper hand. He can act whenever he wants to make our lives miserable. The only option left is to remove him from the picture and I concur. Let's send someone to kill him. He won't declare war as long as we don't touch Navia. Oh, seems like we've got a bunch of correspondence between the higher-ups. They're all just so evil. We've looked at almost everything here, and it seems like our theories were spot on. But... yeah, we haven't found anything that reveals his true identity. No wonder even Neuvillette wasn't able to find anything. Whoever it is probably destroyed everything to do with that name a long time ago. That way, even if we bring all this back to the opera, we won't be able to identify the true culprit. Sure thing. Paimon won't admit defeat to this guy either. Vignier. Isn't that Vache's lover's name? Then you found her diary. Let's see. Aw, it's just a normal diary chronicling their love story. So many! A whole page's worth! But the final name she decided on was Marcel. Wait, but Marcel's pretty old. Has this case been going on for so long that he's Vache and Vignier's grown son?
Welcome to the stream.
Hey! Paimon still hasn't figured it out yet.
And whose image do you see, Marcel? Is it a man named Vache? Oh, so you do know that name.
I'm merely surprised you'd suddenly say the name of someone I've never even heard of.
You popped in at the height of the
I was
case.
waiting for you to say that. As expected of my partner, I just knew you'd return in the nick of time.
Just how often do you intend to flout the rules of this court?
It's all right, Monsieur Nervalette. Given their confidence, I expect they've found the crucial evidence.
But the truth of it, Marcel, is that you've always been Vache.
Fontaine to use his voice.
Huh?
We've investigated your lair and we already know everything. After your lover, Vignier, was dissolved, you kept abducting young women to experiment on the hopes of bringing her back to you. You even created Marcel as a new identity and destroyed all records of your past as Vache.
So that's it. Even the villains in opera performances rarely go that far. And with that, Marcel's motive has now been established.
This information regarding your past also dismantles your prior timing defense. Well, Marcel, do you know where you went wrong? You fixated your gaze on the lover that passed away, instead of paying attention to the living people around you. So, you never noticed how we changed, or how we grew as individuals.
You also never understood Boss's real expectations for his daughter.
Or our determination to see things through.
Your determination.
Mr. Marcel, please speak up now if you would like to defend yourself. Otherwise, the trial will move on to the next stage.
Do you really think I wanted to do any of this? Pay attention to you? What for? Have you ever paid attention to me? Ever empathized with my pain? Ever known how it feels to watch the love of your life dissolve right in front of your eyes? No one helped me. No one even believed me. All those decades ago, even the officers from the Maison Gardiennage were laughing at me. They said there's no way a human being can turn into what? So I must have gone mad from grief. Vignier's death was brushed away by all of you as if it didn't matter at all. Well, now you know, don't you? Ha! Well, it's too late now. All those who were dissolved are gone forever. You only have yourselves to blame. You set up this ornate opera house in pursuit of your so-called justice. Your beloved drama, while turning a blind eye to the suffering of the people. Vignier is dead. We promised each other that we would always be together. Wherever she goes, I will follow. But I'm not from this blasted place, so I can't be dissolved. No matter what I do.
primordial sea that he's drinking?
I can't dissolve! Can't dissolve! Can't dissolve! Do you all see? I can't go, I can't follow. So if I can't go where she is, what choice do I have but to try to bring her back? I did all of that, and in the end, that accursed Callus still got the better of me. I spent my entire life living on pins and needles, only to get stabbed by his idiot daughter at the very end.
The suspect is exhibiting signs of mental distress. Guards, please restrain him.
Don't touch me! Don't anybody come near me. I still need to save Vignere. I promise. We made a promise. Vignere. Vignere. Please, Vignere. Don't think badly of me. All I want to do is fulfill our promise.
At this point, the verdict of this trial is clear. With Mr. Marcel's conviction, the charges against Mr. Tartaglia no longer have any basis.
Fine by me. I was in a bad mood, but after a show like that, I'm actually feeling pretty good.
Traveler, please submit all the evidence you have collected to the guards, so that I might review and summarize the truth behind the serial disappearances case. The man now known as Marcel was originally named Vacher and worked as an adventurer with his partner and lover Vignere. During an underwater expedition, Vignere accidentally came into contact with water from the primordial sea and was dissolved in front of Vacher as a result. Vacher learned of the primordial water's existence through the work of others and began to kidnap young women for research, with the goal of discovering a method to restore Vignere back to life. To cover his tracks, he invented the new alias of Marcel and began to operate a business in Poisson. During the course of his research, Vacher discovered that a diluted concoction of water from the primordial sea can induce feelings of euphoria, and began to manufacture and market synth. However, as he accumulated wealth to fund his continued research and expanded the scope, he came into conflict with Spina di Rosula. After exchanging blows with Spina di Rosula for many years, Vacher decided to assassinate their president Callus at a banquet. Although the assassination did not go as Vacher expected, he was able to turn Callus into the murder suspect by dissolving the assassin he sent to the scene. And just recently, Vacher attempted to frame Linny as the culprit of the serial disappearances case, using a similar method. However, his attempt to frame Linny failed, and the power of water from the primordial sea became public knowledge. This case also exposed enough of Vacher's machinations that he was eventually successfully charged in court. Thus concludes the enigmatic history of the serial disappearances case, with the truth revealed to all.
Fontaine is a dark place to be. Fontaine is
the
dark.
The Oratrice will now deliver the final verdict regarding the charges against Mr. Vacher.
It's darker than Inazuma, too.
According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal, Mr. Vacher is guilty.
Take Vacher away.
I really don't like her.
It's what he deserves.
With that, the serial disappearances case is over now.
We really just witnessed history. Who would have thought the true culprit would be such a polite and well-spoken guy?
She's an idiot.
He's hurt so many innocent people, and now he's finally getting what he deserves. Huh? Are you okay?
Demoiselle, you were absolutely brilliant.
The day our late boss had always hoped for has finally come. You can rest easy now, knowing justice has been served.
Yeah. It's finally over. It's all
I swear it was
thanks to
that old man bodyguard
and
part
my
of it,
partner.
too. He just gave off that feeling to me.
Spina di Rosula's still doing well with me at the helm.
Well now, hasn't this been a most delicious piece of drama? The villain has been caught, justice has been served, past wrongs have been righted, and it's a big ol' happy ending. Since it's been such a great show, I'll just let the false accusations against me slide. Either way, I've still got some business to attend to. So, if you'll excuse me...
Please wait just one moment, seems a little bit darker than usual.
What now? None of this has anything to do with me.
According to court protocol, since this trial was initiated due to a charge against you, a verdict must also be made regarding the initial charge before the trial can conclude.
Oh, come on. Is this really necessary? Haven't you already caught the real criminal? Isn't it time for side characters like me to exit stage left?
Please respect the laws of Fontaine. This has always been the rule.
All right, but this sure is a lot of hassle. All I need to do is stand over there, right? Let's just get this over with.
Through evidence presented in the public trial that was just held, it has been established that Mr. Tartaglia has no direct connection to the serial disappearances case. The guilty party has been identified, and thus it is logical to suppose Mr. Tartaglia is innocent of the charges. We now turn to the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale to render the final verdict on the charges. According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale, Mr. Tartaglia is guilty.
What?
Hey! That's not funny! Didn't you just say I'm supposed to be innocent? What's with this verdict? Is your justice machine malfunctioning?
Huh? This has never happened before. The Oratrice actually returned a different verdict from the Chief Justice.
I mean, have you ever heard of an innocent Fatui Harbinger? Do you think the Oratrice might have just convicted him on general principle?
But weren't the charges about the serial disappearances case? No matter what else he's guilty of, it shouldn't affect the verdict in this case, right?
The judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale is, by law, the final verdict of the court. We must accept the guilty verdict. Guards, please take the suspect into custody.
That's not gonna go too well. Yeah, that's not gonna go too well.
So this is how justice is done in Fontaine. What a joke. You've got your rules. Well, I've got mine too!
Okay.
I am sorry. If you have been wronged, we will find the truth. But the rules of the court must be upheld.
So what was that?
What's going on?
Apologies. This is also the first time I've encountered such a situation. However, according to the rules established at the conception of Fontaine's court system, the Oratrice's judgment is the final verdict of the court. All I do is follow court procedure. As for why the Oratrice arrived at the conclusion it did, you should probably ask someone more knowledgeable than me.
Why are you looking at me? I had nothing to do with it! I don't know what happened there either! Hey, stop staring at me!
What does Lady Farina mean by that?
She says she has no idea either? But that's impossible. Didn't she create the Oratrice herself?
Yeah, so are the verdicts reliable or not? Can results like this really be called justice?
My dearest citizens, did
Yep,
you
she's
really think we'd allow an incorrect verdict to be handed out in this court? Did you really believe that the judgment could be mistaken or be the result of some sort of random mishap? Don't tell me. You thought even I had been blindsided by the Oratrice's results.
But the way she looked just now, it was pretty obvious she had no idea what was going on.
However, given the state of things, I shall give you an explanation. Everything that just took place, including my supposed shock and bafflement, was a part of an elaborate performance with every and of course, for every performance there is a script. If you thought Child had nothing to do with the serial disappearances case, it is only because you've been blinded by the superficial appearance of innocence. Everything he's done, not to mention the danger he poses, are beyond ordinary comprehension and completely unforgivable. All shall be revealed in time. You will come to understand my noble intentions, as well as the absolute correctness of the Oratrice's verdict. Now, having said that, although I hate to leave things hanging in suspense, it is now time for this performance to end. As the lead actress, I shall be the first to take my leave.
So she chose to make her escape after all, did she?
So you're saying we shouldn't put much stock into what she just said?
She probably just put on that performance to save face. As for the truth, it's unlikely that she actually has any idea. However, please be assured that I will continue to investigate this case in a personal capacity. Just as I promised, if the judgment has been incorrect, we will do our utmost to clear his name.
All right. Even though we feel pretty badly for him, we'll take your word for it for now. After all, he's done plenty of bad stuff, so he should have known he'd go to prison someday, right?
You're an idiot, Paimon.
Hey, what are you doing? Quick, stop him!
Traveler! Hey! Traveler!
Marcel! What are you doing over here?
Clearly demigod.
Stop resisting arrest! Cease, or we'll add another charge to the list.
No, wait! I just want to ask the Traveler something. I'm not looking to run away. Please, just let me ask this one small thing.
Go on.
Thank you. I was being led away when I finally realized something. Where did you first hear the name Vacher? I erased all records of that name. So, unless...
Are you still trying to prove your innocence? Give it up. You've already been convicted.
Really? You did? You're sure? You met her? But how could that be? How did you manage to do it? The Fountain of Lucine? Then she's been so close to me all along. And I just never... Please give me a chance to talk to her again. Just let the Traveler take me to the fountain to see her one last time. This is the last request I'll ever make in my life. You can do whatever you want to me afterwards. I don't care.
What? Give an inch and you want to take a mile? Do you think serial killers get to make requests like that?
Paimon agrees. Why should we give him what he wants when he's only done a ton of super terrible things?
This request, is it worth as much to you as your life?
Of course! Wait, no. It's worth even more than my life.
Humans. Will they betray the instinct to live just to satisfy spiritual needs?
So why would the
Very
court
well.
gestures say
I will
something
grant
like
your
humans?
request.
That's
Your
not for
Honor,
him to say
I
if he's
fear
a
that
human himself. He's
I
the
will go with
Archon,
you. You do not
and
need to
I'm
worry
sticking
about
to it.
any escape.
In that case, I shall leave him in your most capable hands, Chief Justice.
Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor.
Nah, he's not Chief Justice. He's the Archon. Archon of Water. I'd like to see his battle style.
Is this the place? You said she's here, but what do I need to do to see her?
Yeah, and even Paimon could hear her after drinking that thing. Didn't you just drink a lot of it on the stage as well? Oh, in that case...
Vache!
Ah!
Yes, that's it! So you heard it too!
Vinier, it's me! It's me, Vache!
Vache? Vache?
I'm here! I'm here! Where are you, Vinier? I'm coming for you. I'm finally here for you.
Hey, wait! Be careful! Hey, wait!
Vinier, is that you? It's me, Vache! Vinier!
Vache? Why did you come? Didn't I say? You don't need to look for me. You look a lot older than I remember. How long has it been?
It's been more than 20 years. I've suffered for over 20 years since the day you left. All this time, only the thought of bringing you back has kept me alive. Nothing else mattered to me. I must be dreaming. Who would have thought I'd get the chance to tell you all of my feelings like this? Vinier, you are my everything. I really don't know how I could live without you.
But Vache, if you ask me, this world would be better off without you.
What are you saying?
If not for you, I would have finished my law degree and probably become a top-tier attorney one day. If not for you, I would have continued to pursue my love of the arts.
Turns out she
and
don't
my
even
works
like him.
would have been displayed in the Palais Mermonia itself. If not for you, I would at least have been able to take care of my mother. And she would not have grown old and died alone, with nothing but the tears on her cheeks.
Wow.
It's all because of your selfishness, Vache. It's all because of you.
You... Wait, you are not Vinier. Who are you?
You're right. I am not Vinier. I am the sacrifices.
Every woman who died by your hand, as our bodies dissolved, our consciousnesses flowed back to the primordial sea. Our thoughts circulated endlessly within the primordial sea, and we were no longer individuals. But we became one, just as streams of water come together in the sea. I'm Cressy. I'm Lemony. I'm Azine. The only one I am not is Vignier.
Why? But then, where is Vignier?
She doesn't want to see you anymore. Every tendril of her consciousness is avoiding you. This is what you get for your selfishness. Your selfishness robbed us of our lives and our futures. You said time and time again that you'd do any and everything for her. But did you ever consider whether she'd want to see you do the things that you did? If she would despise you for what you became?
This is a serious true gut punch. That's difficult to take after all them years. 20 years and a letdown. That's crazy.
A heartless murderer and a cowardly narcissist. The only thing you are not is Vignier's beloved. From the moment your first victim died and her consciousness merged with Vignier's, she has had nothing but pure hatred for you.
No! Yeah! She can't hate me. Let me see her. Please! Have mercy!
You still don't understand. When I said don't look for me, that came from the real Vignier. She really doesn't want to see you anymore. But on top of that, she also said that because it's her final drop of pity for you. She said that because she knew that if you did come here, we will show no mercy to you.
Wow.
Vache. 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 Drown.
Yeah, this is way darker than Inazuma. This is much darker than Inazuma. I like it.
Finally, we have some time to do shopping. Gosh, it's really been a long time since we've been able to relax.
Ah, well met, partner. I knew something great was going to happen when I woke up in such a good mood today.
Even this weather can't put a damper on the demoiselle's mood.
It's a pleasure to see you both again.
Oh, hey, Navia! It's been a few days. Paimon's already started to miss you.
Oh, now that I've...
Sounds like you're really...
It's just been one thing after... Everyone from Spina di Rosula organized a memorial this time, though.
So his name's
It's been the...
Let's get through this story.
Oh, by the way, well, maybe...
Huh?
Yeah, way back when I first became the president of the Spina di Rosula, she was all over me. Wouldn't take no for an answer. I believe the story was called The True Heart of Darkness, Secret Tales of the Yellow Rose. To be fair, though, it was a really flattering feature. She was trying to lead...
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, Oh, and...
Are you...
It was thanks to her...
Oh, that's...
Anyway,
What is it?
I should pay a visit, and on top of that...
Miss Navia.
Indeed.
Sure thing.
And in that case...
Yeah.
That was another half hour of commentary.
This is where my father's
and I'm
grave
still
is.
in it.
Huh?
Hmm?
Isn't Neuvillette? Why would the Chief Justice be here? Huh? Navia?
My apologies. I should have asked before coming to pay my
Don't say that.
Sorry about that.
Oh, I was trying to say there's no need for you to apologize. I wanted to show my father how much I've grown. But still, I doubt I've grown to the point that even the Chief Justice would feel compelled to apologize to me over and over.
In that case, I will stop apologizing for now.
You really could use some pointers on understanding human emotions, Monsieur Neuvillette. In any case, why did you come to Poisson?
Well, ever since that day, I've been turning a question over and over in my head. Just what is justice anyway? There was once a time when I didn't want to believe that there could be anything more important to humans than life itself.
You give up the feeling
Rather than
of
it's probably more truthful to say
Li.
I didn't believe humans were capable of resisting the most basic instinct of living things. Which is also why I didn't stop your father from beginning that fateful duel. I believed that a truly innocent man would never throw away his life like that. That there was nothing, should have been nothing more important than one's own continued survival. But Mr. Callus proved me utterly and decisively wrong. If not for his sacrifice, the serial disappearances case would have remained unsolved to this day. Mr. Callus made the choice he did for his daughter, for his associates, and for many people completely unrelated to him. And in the end, from a certain perspective, one could say that he did it all for the sake of justice. A justice that's higher than life itself. So, you asked me why I came here. I just wanted to say my apologies to Mr. Callus in person. I should have noticed all of this much sooner. This regret has filled me with a sadness that has haunted me for days. That high and mighty chair in the opera Epiclese indeed insulates one from many important things. Spina di Rosula, thank you so much for your hard work and perseverance.
So, you're actually one of those types that's cold on the outside, but pretty thoughtful on the inside, huh? That reminds me of Silver, one of my guys.
Sorry about that. Self-expression is not one of my strong suits.
Didn't I just say you don't need to apologize?
So Navia and Neuvillette seem to have made their peace as well. Let's not disturb them for now. We can wait till after they're done.
Ouch.
Paimon's never... Oh no. But anyway, Neuvillette is still standing around there.
Let's go to solve.
Oh, it's you two. Did Miss Navia invite you to come pay your respects to her father?
We ran into Navia on the streets today, so we just followed her here.
I see. Then is there something that I can help you with?
Well, it's pretty hard to run into you like this, since you're usually super busy. So we figured we could try to ask you a few questions, if that's okay.
Please feel free. Though outsiders, you helped us solve one of the greatest mysteries in Fontaine, and it would be my pleasure to return the favor.
So, at court, the bad guys referred...
Truthfully, that name... There used to be a special sea on the surface of this planet. The nature of its seawater was rather different from that of the sea we know today. Most of Tevat's life forms were first born in that special sea. You could say it nurtured much of the life on this... But today, what Vacher discovered must have been some kind of special case, or a remnant from a truly ancient age.
So that...
Indeed. Why would the primordial sea, which was known to engender and nurture life, suddenly reverse itself and devour life instead? To be frank, That also doesn't match my understanding of this world and its laws. There must still be some unknown secrets around the people of this land. Is there anything else you'd like? That the sea levels will... Does that appropriate?
That's right!
Yes, up to the... Rumors have it that the...
A prophecy?
2 parts of the prophecy have already proven correct. The rising sea levels and the ability of the people of Fontaine to be dissolved. We should be more vigilant and stay on the watch for further signs. Speaking of the prophecy, Farina has also always taken it quite seriously. Indeed, she has been collecting information and intelligence from across Tevat for this purpose. If the rumors were true, then perhaps this prophecy is the conundrum left to Farina by her predecessor.
But with Farina being the way she is, can we really trust her to solve it?
Is there anything else you'd like to ask me about? My apologies. My investigation has still not... However, I still believe the judgment of the Oratrice was not rendered arbitrarily.
But you also said you thought he was innocent!
For many years, I have been quite aware that the Oratrice does not simply mechanically repeat the verdict that I give on each case. As a divinely created mechanism, the people's unified faith in the concept of justice is integrated into it. Not only can it produce the incredible power of indemnitium, but it likely also possesses other traits, such as self-awareness. Which is all to say, I have been prepared for a situation like this for a long time.
So when Lenny told us that he heard a human voice from the room where the Oratrice's core is stored...
I was not aware such a thing had occurred. Perhaps that could serve to prove my conjecture. I will add that to the list of items to investigate. In any case, I am inclined to believe that the Oratrice does have a methodology all its own. We just do not have enough information. Based on Farina's reaction, I doubt even she had any idea what was going on. She managed to bluff her way through it. While we do intend to get to the bottom of this, for now, we regret to say that the Fatui Harbinger will just have to bide his time in the fortress of Meripede. If we did incorrectly convict him of crimes he did not commit, we will most certainly compensate him to the fullest extent allowed by the law.
If you ask Paimon...
Is there anything else you'd like to ask me about? Your sibling, another blonde-haired traveler. I'm sorry, but I've never seen anyone who matches that description. If she ever stepped foot in Fontaine, I'm sure she followed our laws to the letter, and had no reason to appear on the stage of the opera Epiclese. Is there anything else you'd like to ask me about? Very well. It was my honor to provide you with what answers I could. I very much enjoyed conversing with you. It will soon be time for me to leave this blissful tranquility behind and return to Palais Memoria.
You really are super busy, Monsieur Neuvillette. Paimon thought you only came here to pay your respects today because you had the day off.
Crime and villainy do not have the day off, and so justice must work around the clock as well. This is merely the nature of a justice's work.
All right. You've got a point. Huh? Paimon just noticed that the rain has stopped.
Wherever in this world I roam. carry memories of my home. This blade.
That made no doggone sense.
There'll be an extra fee for that.
Add Astra. Add Astra.
There it goes. It did pop up. Huh. There we go. Some food. Gotta get it to level 2. Let's see his rewards. I like these aqua places. Trap gadget. Trap developed by requirements. Don't know if I use it. Interesting. A TCG card. Oh, that's gonna be usable. I like that one. Big nose. So, what could you be? That's a pass. So, what are you? Oh, okay. And here go the wings, people. 2 different colored wings. 2 different shades of blue. Okay. Crit damage roll. Okay. I like it though. I ain't gonna lie. Nice harbinger weapon.
There are.
Let's see if we could get some from here. We got nothing. Alright.
Moves around. And I know just the tune to accompany them, if you wish to hear it.
That's the other one. I'll be doing him tomorrow after I do this one. Alright guys, that's my stage left scene. I will be seeing you guys tomorrow. We'll try to do an early one because I have an evening full of stuff with the family. Thank you guys for checking the stream out, coming through, showing support. Very much love it. Thank you, thank you. Come through tomorrow. Good night.